White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London, stand strong. In the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder. To the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise. Eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes. Glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. From the lane to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to THFCTILLDIE, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And this is a sort for a pre-match show for the game against Galatasaray tomorrow, as we travel there to Turkey for match week 4 in the Europa League. A game where I think, look, we get anything if we get a win. That really is a big bonus. But if we get a point there, I think 10 points from 4 games, and you pick up something from your last couple of games, I think that should see you through, guaranteed for the top 8. I think 10 points is sort of the safety mark. I really don't think 10 points. I think 10 points is enough. But I hope we're all doing well, and I hope we're looking forward to it. So this is just a quick pre-match show. The game tomorrow, guys, of course, it is at 5:45 kickoff, and you can watch it here live here on THFCTILLDIE. I will be doing your watch long tomorrow. I will be doing Tottenham team talks at 4 o'clock. We have the watch along starts at 4:30, and then there probably will be a post-match live at 7:30. It's being played tomorrow in the Ali Simi Yen Sport Komodolski Stadium. The referee, of course, tomorrow night is Lawrence Aveza, and of course, if you are in UK and Ireland, it is on TNT Sports. I think also in America, it's on NBC Sports, and I think it might be on Fubo TV in Canada. But let me know in the comments if I've got that correctly. We've got we've never played Galatasaray before, but we have played Turkish sides 3 times before. Back in 2006, we because we played the same Turkish side 3 times, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. So rarely scored 3, conceded 2, so we've got a 50% win ratio against Turkish sides, but Galatasaray is another kettle of fish altogether. There is a few injuries, of course. Tottenham are carrying a space with this match and the Ipswich match. We've got Van der Ven that's probably out after with the hamstring. He probably won't be back to after the international break. Romero is out with a foot injury, possibly back for Sunday's game away to home to Ipswich. We've got Richie out with a hamstring again. And I really feel for Richie because he just gets a bit ahead of himself. He gets a few minutes under his belt and he breaks down again. So, guys, what do we do with Richie? We will do a show in that during the international break. What do we do with Richie? Do we keep pursuing with him or do we let him go in January? Odegaard, of course, out with the hamstring, should be back after the international break. We've got Werner as a doubt. Apparently, Ange said today something to do with his groin, so I don't know if he'll be on the bench or they might just rest him with Ipswich coming up on Sunday. And of course, Jed Spence can't play the same with Reguilon as well, which really influenced my team lineup that I picked. Now, I've gone for a pretty strong lineup. And I've gone against, I've looked around, I've saw other lineups, but this is my lineup. I've gone with Vicario in goal. I've gone with Porro, Ben Davis, Rudu, Dragerson, and Jet and Udogie as a back four. I've gone Archie Gray playing in that number 6 with Basuma, and I've gone with a Bentancur in that midfield tree. And then I've gone with James Maddison on the left. I've gone with Kulu on the right. James Maddison has played in the left before. He played there for Leicester, and he played quite well there for Leicester in his time there. And to give Solanke a break, I've gone with young Lancashire up front. But look, if he rests, then Udogie, then Archie Gray then plays in that Udogie role, and then it's up to you. Do you play Basuma in that number 6 role? But I think for me, that's a good, strong enough lineup to actually get a result tomorrow night. And then second half, you start taking off players with Ipswich in mind and start trying to rest players. But the most important thing for me is our back four. Ben Davis quite famously said that, well, I think Tottenham lost the game. And he said the intimidation of the fans got to us. Now, look, going to Galatasaray tomorrow is going to go into hell. There's no words to describe it. There's no words to sugarcoat it. They make an atmosphere. It's like you're going into hell itself. And these players have to be men tomorrow night. They have to stand up, and they have to try to block out that noise. There'll be fans outside the hotel room at 3 a.m, keeping them up. So there'll be all tricks. Galatasaray fans will be up to all the tricks of what fans normally do. But for me, I think these players are good enough to get a result tomorrow. A point for me is a good result. And I've seen fans saying play away can decide if we lose. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, it does to me. Losing matters to me. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose in anything I do. But I'm quite realistic that going away from home in a very volatile and a very hostile environment, that you try to silence the crowd for the first 10 and 15 minutes. You don't concede anything. You keep it tight, and you sort of grow into the game. But a point tomorrow won't be such a bad result. That would be 10 points out of 4 games in the Europa League. And as I said before, 10 points is probably enough to get you into the top 8. I think it will be enough to get you into the top 8. And then you pick off the games you got left, and you try to win them home games. We've got a few good games. We've got Rangers away, which I think is very winnable. And we've got 1 or 2 at home, which I think is very winnable as well. So that sees you into the knockout round and saves you going into that playoff position. But for me, let me know what you guys think of the lineup in the comments below. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Let me know if you would have picked other different people. Why I picked Lancashire, I think Solanke deserves a rest, especially with Ipswich coming up on Sunday. I think also Sarr, I know I said tonight on Dave's channel about starting Sarr, but when I come off, I already thought about it. I thought, well, no, Sarr deserves a rest as well. That's why I put Archie Gray in the number 6 role. That is his natural position as a CDM, and just put Basuma and Bentancur in that sort of 8 and 10 role. Or you could put Kulu instead of Bentancur, and then put Brennan Johnson. But Brennan Johnson is feeling it, and I think he's carrying a little bit of a knock. So, Angie's got some tough choices to make tomorrow. I know he's brought a couple of kids with him for the experience, I think, and to train with the first team. I don't think you'd be seeing them. I don't think Ange would put them into that sort of environment or this sort of game. So I think this is the lineup to do the job, and I think he would think of Ipswich in mind. But tomorrow's important to get a result out there. We've won 3 out of 3. Let's go and get a result. Let's go and get at least a point. At least that keeps that unbeaten run going, and keeps the morale going. It keeps the run going as well. Winning 2 out of our last three. We beat Man City, we beat Villa quite convincingly. And going over to Galatasaray, get the point from there is no shame in that whatsoever. So I think this is the lineup for me. But as I said, let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, if you would pick other people, if you would pick rest, would you rest Kulu? Would you play somebody else there? So let me know what you guys think. Also, I did have a chance for Bergville in that midfield tree. Now, I did think of putting Bergville in, but I thought bringing Bergville off the bench might be a better option instead of starting him, because you want to try to start with your most experienced midfield and keep it tight. And I feel these three can do that job. I feel Archie Gray can do that job unless he's been played in the fullback position. If you're going to rest your doggy, if you're resting your doggy, then you put Archie Gray there, and then you will put, I don't know, probably Papa Sarr or probably Basuma or Bentancur in that number 6 role, and then you put in Bergville into that midfield tree, into a number 10 role, and put Kulu, and I said, and James Maddison on the wing, which they have. Kulu's played on the right before. James Maddison's played on the left before for Leicester as well. So he has experience playing out there. And, of course, playing Lancashire up front, which I think is great experience for him. But let me know, guys. I'm actually going for a 2-1 win. I think we might get a win out there tomorrow. That's my prediction. So let me know if you agree with my score prediction as well. But do please hit the like button. Please do hit the subscription button as well if you can. We're on the march for 2K. We're only 44 away now from 2K. And I'd love to get there before Christmas. Please share this video and share the channel with your friends, with everyone. And do hit the like button, because it is important for the algorithm to get us out there. But whatever you do, I'm back on tomorrow at 4 Top Team Talks, then half 4 for the watch along, and then half 7 with post-match live. Whatever you do, come on, you Spurs. In Big Ange we trust. We never stop. We will get there. We will win. We will rise. We are Tottenham Hotspur. We will win.